Hello everyone, this is Virtualwiz from Wiz Tech. Welcome to this Flutter development course for beginners. In this video, we are going to learn how to create our own custom application UI from scratch. Before we begin, I would like to congratulate you all in making it so far in our journey of learning Flutter. Throughout our Flutter beginners to advanced course, we have covered the basics and built a solid foundation of knowledge. Now it's time to put all that learning into action. In this video, we are going to use everything we have learned so far to create a beautiful food ordering app UI from scratch. However, if you are new to Flutter or haven't yet watched our previous videos, don't worry. I encourage you to check them out first. They will provide you with the essential knowledge needed for this next step. You can find the links to the respective videos and chapters in the description below. Let's get started. So the food delivery UI we are going to create is going to look something like this. So it will have a search section, categories, popular section, and this will be scrollable horizontally, and the newest section which will be scrollable vertically, and you can see that here. So a search section, category section, the popular section, and the newest section that can be scrolled vertically. So let's make this. First of all, open the command prompt to create a new Flutter project. Hit Windows plus R and type in cmd to open the command prompt. Once here, you can change into your desired directory to store your Flutter project. For me, it's in my D drive, so I will type in D : and press enter, and then cd into Virtualwiz/Flutter. To create a Flutter project, we simply type in Flutter create followed with the name of the project. So for me, I will put it Foodle app and hit enter, and it will create the project for us. After the project has been successfully created, we simply change directly to the Flutter project. So cd Foodle app and type in code dot to open the project in our Visual Studio Code. So I will press yes, I trust the authors. Before starting with the code, let's first import the assets we are going to require in the application. So create a new folder here and name it assets, and move these images in our assets folder right here. You can also do this simply by opening your Flutter project in the file explorer, or you can simply import these images from the VS Code. I have added the links to these images in the description below. You can get it from there. Now to use these images in our code, we have to modify the popspecs.yaml file. So right here inside the images .per, uncomment this whole line from assets to this, and rename this images folder to assets, and remove this, and that's it. Now open your terminal and simply type in flutter popget because we just modified the popspecs.yaml file. Now that's it. Now let's start with the coding. So go to your leaf folder and inside main.dart, close this file, remove everything from class my homepage, so we don't need this. Remove the comments, and instead of returning constant my homepage, I will create a new stateless class. So STL for the quick navigation, so stateless widget, and name it Foodle. And inside the home, I will pass in the Foodle. So Foodle, like this. Let's also quickly remove the debug check mode banner from our app. So debug show check mode banner to false, and let's run the app. So go to run and run without debugging. So let's wait for the app to run. So the app runs successfully. Now let's start modifying the footer state class. So the first change we are going to make in our app is change the placeholder to scaffold and remove this constant keyword. And inside the scaffold we will pass in the app bar, and the app bar will take a title of text, and the text will be footer. So this make this constant because it's the constant text, and let's change the background color to be colors dot pink. So let's restart your app. You can see. Let's also quickly change the background of the scaffold itself. So background color to colors dot gray of 350, so to make it a little bit transparent. And let's change the title color. So style, text style, color to colors dot white. Hard restart to see the changes. There you go, it looks better. Now let's start with this first section, this search bar in our app. So to make that, inside the body of the scaffold, so body, we will first create a padding so that it looks nice. Padding with edge insets dot all of 8. So make this a constant. And for the child of the padding, we'll pass a column because this whole section is a single column from here to here. So let's pass in a column. And let's give a cross-axis alignment of cross-axis dot stretch. So it takes the whole as much as cross-axis alignment it needs. So it will stretch around the horizontal axis. Now for the children, we will pass in a container. So container, there's an error, so let's remove this constant keyword. Just add the constant keyword in front of the agencies.all and it will fix the error. So for the container, let's have a child of, so this is a row of an icon and a search text. So an icon and a text, it is laid out horizontally, so we'll need a row for this. So row, and children of the row, the first child is a icon, so icons dot search, and the second child is a text, simply says search. So how to start our apps to secure the changes? It's not showing anything. Let's reload. There you go, we have the search bar as we have. So to fix the UI, it has a background, a rounded background of white color. So inside the container, provide decoration, box decoration of colors dot gray of 300 and a border radius to make the borders rounded. So border radius dot circular of, let's say, 30. Hot restart the app. There you go. So it looks a little bit different from our image. So in our image, it is more spacious above the search bar and also at the sides. So let's add inside above the container. Let's add a constant sized box of height 20, and inside the container let's also provide a margin of constant edge insets dot symmetric and only provide the horizontal margin of 20, and let's make this row a constant and hot restart our app. So it looks a bit similar to the image we have. So in our image, inside the container there is a space between the search above and below, so let's add that. Below the margin, again add a padding of constant edge insets dot of value 10. Hot reload again, and it looks exactly similar to the image we have. Now we are done with the search box container, so let's quickly name this, comment this out. So search container. Now below the search container we have a text that says categories, so let's make this. So below the container, right here, let's add a constant size box of height 20, and let's comment it out, categories text, and for the text we will add a padding, constant padding of edge insets dot symmetric of horizontal 20, similar to the container. And for the child of the padding, so let me reformat this. Okay, so it looks better. So for the child of the padding, we will have a text, and the text will say categories, and let's add some styling. So style, text style, let's add a color, colors dot black, next let's give it a font size, so font size of 20, and also a font weight dot bold. Now hot reload the app. So we have the categories text. Now below the categories text we have 4 cards, 1 2 3 4, laid out horizontally. So let's make that. So right below this constant padding, Let's add a constant size box to create some spacing of height, let's say 10, and let's comment categories cards. Now right here we will make the card, so let's provide a size box of height 70, and the child of the size box will be the card. So child card, no, let's look at it again. So there are 4 cards, so to make it a dynamic 4 card, we will use a list view builder instead of card. So list view builder, list view dot builder, and the item builder, let's leave it for now. So the scroll direction will be horizontal, so axis dot horizontal, and the item builder will have a context with index, and inside here we will return the cards. So return card. So let's define the shape of the card. So the shape will be rounded rectangle border with a border radius dot circular of 10. That's it for the shape. And we will have a child. So the child of the container is a image. So we need image. So image dot asset, and provide the asset name that we have here. So for now let's give it burger underscore icon. So asset slash burger underscore icon dot jpg. So you have to make sure that you have the correct name right here. So let's look at the changes. So unable to load asset burger underscore icon. So we have infinite number of scrollable items right here. So let's fix that. Let's add a item count of 1. And hot reload it. So it says assets. So we have an error, yeah, right here. So make sure you have the correct name for both the folder and the image. So assets underscore icon. So we have the icon right here. So it looks rather big. So let's provide a constant height of 30 and width of 30. And it looks too small, so let's increase the width to be 50. So it looks good. So right now we only have 1, so let's make it a variable. Let's make a list of icon images too. So in the categories icon, so above, right above here under the constant footer super dot key, let's make a final list of strings, and let's call it icon images, and inside here we provide the location of the images. So remove this constant keyword right here and it will fix the error. So the strings of images, so the first one is assets burger underscore icon dot jpg, and I will copy this 4 times because we have 4 icons, 1 2 3 4. So to quickly copy it below, click Shift Alt down button, and we have the copied icon. So just rename this burger to pizza icon, sandwich icon, and pastry icon. So we have the list. So to make the item counts dynamic, just rename this to icon images dot length. So the item count will be as long as the items inside the icon images. So also rename this assets right here to be icon images of index. Now hot reload again. So this is the image and this is the app we have created. So it is exactly the same. So we have 4 categories. Now it's time to create the popular section. So just like the categories text, it is a constant text. So constant text of popular, and below we have scrollable list of cards with inside we have an image and title text, a subtitle text, and a price, and also a heart icon. So let's make this. So right below this size box, let's again add a spacing. So constant sized box of height 20, and below this we will create the popular text. So comment popular text, and below we will create a padding. So padding of edge insets dot symmetric, just like we did for the categories text, of horizontal 20, and the child. So the child of the padding will be a text that says popular. Also add a style of text style with font size 20, color of colors.black, and font weight of font weight dot bold. So make this padding a constant because we only have text inside it. Let me reformat the document again. So to reformat the document, just click Shift Alt F and it will refactor or reformat the document. So you have to install this prettier extension, this one. Let me show you prettier extension right here. So code formatter, so reformat it is, not refactor, and it will reformat your code just by clicking Shift Alt F. Now after the padding, right here again add a constant size box of height 10, and below the size box we have the cards. So scrollable item cards, let's say horizontal scrollable item cards. So to make the item cards, just like we did for the categories list, let's make a size box, and inside we will return a list view builder that is horizontal, and inside the list view builder we will return a column because this is column, and inside the column we have 2 rows, so row 1 and row 2, and inside row 2 we have again a column and another column. So let's do this. So first create a size box of height, so this big, so it must be of height, let's say 200, and below the size box we will create a child. The child will be list view dot builder. So again we have many cards, so let's make it dynamic. Let's create a new list. So right below this icon image, create final list of string, and we will say it item title, because we have different images and different titles for each card, so we have to create a new list for each item. So item title, I will copy this again, so shift alt down 3 times. So item title, item subtitle, and item image. So item image and item price. So inside the item title I will create a string burger, again copy and rename this to pizza sandwich pastry, and for the subtitle let's say Big Mac. What is it? Juicy Big Mac. So juicy Big Mac. Extra cheesy pizza. Pure vegetarian for the sandwich, and creamy for the pastry. Creamy and delicious. Creamy and delicious. Let's just say delish. Let's not make it too long. So right here inside the item builder, we provide the context and the index. Again we format this, and inside we return the card. Let's add an elevation to the card of, let's say 6, and let's give it a shape of rounded rectangle border with border radius dot circular of 10. Reformat it again, and so here, right here, so we have to add a semicolon right here, and below the shape we will have a child. So child will be padding, because we have to provide spaces above, below and each side. So add padding its insets dot all of 8, so make it a constant, and below the padding we'll add a child. The child will be of column, let's give the column of cross-axis alignment dot start, and the main axis alignment dot center. so it will be horizontally at the start and vertically at the center. So inside the column we add the children. So the first child is just the image, so image dot asset, and the image will be item image of index. Let's also provide a constant height of 100 and the width of 150. So that's it for the image. Also make it, let's say, to fit box fit dot comma. Now below the image, let's add some spacing. So constant size box of height 5, and below the size box we have 3 texts, 1, 2, 3. So text, the first text is the title, so item title of index. Let's make it bold, so style, text style, and the size will be, font size will be 18. Color will be black, colors dot black, and the font weight will be font weight dot bold, font weight dot bold. So make this a constant. Now let's copy this text one more time. So this is the item subtitle, so subtitle, and let's remove the styling because we don't want the subtitle to be bold or anything. So remove the styles, and below that we have a row, so of price and an icon. So add a row. So the row will have a main axis alignment of main axis dot alignment dot space between, because we have a space in between the price and the icon. And the children will be a text, so copy this one from here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and we also have to add rupees for the text, so rs dot and concatenate with this $, column basis, and close bracket, close the parenthesis, and we have the price here, and next to the price we have the icon, so icons dot heart, favorite, sorry, icons dot favorite, and the color for the icon is colors dot red. So make this icon a constant. So let's view the changes. Hot reload. So range value invalid value, range of empty 0. Oh, sorry. So the list we created is empty right now. So for the image path, we will provide, let's copy this one, copy this and paste it here, and remove the icons from each line. So press Alt and click on the place you want to put the cursor, so like this, and you have multiple cursors to make the formatting easier. So just backspace. And for the item price, let's provide 100, 200, 200. Let's make it 150 for the sandwich, and for the pastry let's say 250, and that's it. So hot reload again, and okay, so it is vertical in order, so we have to provide the axis. So where is it? Horizontal scalable. So right here below this axis, scroll axis, sorry, right here above the item builder. So scroll direction axis dot horizontal, and let's also make the item count. So item count will be item, image, or price, or subtitle, or title. It doesn't matter because we have 4 for each one. So let's say item title dot length. Now hot reload again, and you can see we have 4 dynamic cards right here: burger, pizza, sandwich, and pastry, each with their own. Okay, we have a problem here. So for the price, we also gave the item subtitle for the price as well. So remove this, item price, hot reload again. Okay, I removed the wrong one, so Control Z. So right here, item price, item price, hot reload, and here you go. So we don't have any space in between the price and the icon. So right here, add a constant size box of width because we are using the row. So width 100, and hot reload again. So here you go. We have 4 horizontal cards, just like in the image. So now it's time to create the newest section. So it is just like the popular section, but the different is it is a vertical list view. So let's create that. So below this size box, add a comment saying newest section text, and just like all the other text, we will use padding. So constant padding of age insets dot symmetric horizontal 20, and below the padding we will add a child of text, and the text will say newest, and add styles. So style, text style of font size 18, colors dot black, and font weight dot bold. So yeah, before the style, don't forget to add a comma. Let's reformat this again. So Shift Alt F. Now time to add a size box for the spacing. So constant sized box of height 10, and below the size box we will have the vertical scrollable items list. So just like we did previously, we will add a, since this is a vertical list view, we don't have to provide a size box because it will already take the default size of the items within the list view. So just type list view dot builder, list view builder, and provide a shrink wrap true. So what this shrink wrap does is that it ensures that the list view only occupies the space needed and allowing it to scroll within its parent container without taking up unnecessary space. So it only takes the necessary space needed, and also provide a physics of constant never scrollable scroll physics. So this disables the scroll behavior of the list view, preventing it from scrolling on its own. So it is only nested inside another scrolling container. So the whole list view will be scrollable, but it won't scroll automatically. So below we'll provide an item builder. So the item builder will be just like before, add a context and an index, and inside we will return a card, add a semicolon at the end. So inside the card we'll have an elevation of 6, and the shape will be not shadow color, shape will be rounded rectangle border with a border radius dot circular of 10, and below the shape we will have a child. So the child will be padding, and the padding will be constant age inserts dot all from 8 from all side. So we have a constructor, so let's leave that and add a child of the padding. So child will be a row because this is a row item. Previously we used a column because it is vertical, now it's horizontal, so we will use a row. So the first item of the row will be the image, and the next item is a column of text, and the last item is an icon. So use row, and inside the row provide the children. The children's will be, the first one is image.asset, and the asset will be item image of index, and let's also provide a constant height of 100 and width of 100. Now below the text, or below, next to the text, because it's in a row, so it is in a horizontal layout. So next to the text we have some spacing here, so some line spacing. So we will add a constant sized box of width because we are using a row, so the width will be 10. And also in the image add box fit box fit dot cover. Now next to the size box we have a column of text, so column, and let's provide a cross-axis alignment of start, so it is left aligned. And the children's, so the children will be text, and the text data is item title of index, and copy this below 3 times. So item title, item subtitle, and item price. So just like we did before, so wrap this item price in quotes, add rs at the beginning, and concatenate with dollar and curly braces. Now for the item title, let's provide styling. So style, text style, the font size will be 18, font weight will be font weight dot bold, and the color will be colors dot black. So make this text style a constant, reformat again, and the next is some spacing. So again, a size box. So after the column, constant sized box of width again, so width of, let's say, 180, and next to the size box we have an icon. So constant icon, icons dot favorite, and let's also provide the color. So colors dot red, and that's it. So hot reload again, and let's view the changes. Okay, we have some error because we are rendering a infinite list because we haven't provided the item count. So again, item count will be item title dot length. Make a hard restart. So stop this because it's rendering again and again. So make a clean build now. So we have a render overflow error because the list view is taking too much space than provided by the screen size. So to fix this, we can either wrap this list view with let's say, can it be scrolled? No, it can't. So either wrap this list view with a single-sided scroll view, or we can wrap the whole column so that the whole column will be scrollable. So wrap this whole column with a single-sided scroll view. So to quickly refactor it, we can press Ctrl+Shift+R to refactor, or you can just right click and go to refactor and wrap with a widget, and the name of the widget is single child scroll view. Rebuild again, and the error is gone. So the vertical overflow error has been fixed, but we also have a card overflow by 34 pixels because the spacing is too big. So just decrease the let's see, where is it? There you go, the constant size box of 180 to, let's say, 100, and it's too close, so make it, let's say, 150. It's too close. Something's wrong. So 150. Hot reload. So 150 is too big. So make it 130. Yeah, that looks good. So there you have it. We have completed this UI. Here you go, the same UI as promised. So burger, juicy mac, and the price, and it can be scrolled through, and this one is horizontally scrollable. So this is it. So we missed something, the spacing between the popular card and the newest is too small, so quickly change that. So right here we don't have any spacing, so provide a spacing of constant size box of height 10 and hot reload again, hot reload, and here you go, we have the spacing back. So you can play around with the spacing and the text and everything else to get more familiar with the concept. You can also create your own custom UI from scratch using all the concepts that we have learned so far. So this is it. This video concludes the practical use of all the knowledge we gained so far throughout the beginners to advanced Flutter development course. From the next video onwards, we will move on to the intermediate section of Flutter beginners to advanced development course. Till then, stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe Wiz Tech.